Hello, I'm Nicole and I'm a consultant at TRP, and I specialise on our retail and head office division, and I'm going to be having a chat with our divisional manager, Georgia. So,
Hello.
hi Georgia.
Hi Nick, how you doing?
Really well, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. It's so nice to be back in the office with you.
I know, it's so nice to be back and getting a sense of normality again.
I know, so good, so good.
So I know, but not sure if everybody else knows, that you've worked across fashion and lifestyle recruitment for about 8 years now, working across sort of head office and retail, and I thought it'd be great for you to share your thoughts firstly on what you've sort of seen happen in the market recently.
Sure, okay, fine. So, as you all know, we've actually been quite busy the last couple of months, which has been amazing. So, a number of our clients are recruiting, which is great, and for the last couple of months we have been working with a lot of different roles actually. So for example, we've been placing HR managers into companies, as you would have expected. You know, there's been a huge amount of pressure put on HR teams, so being able to bring in some new talent to those teams has been great. We've also been working on a lot of PR manager roles and PR exec positions. Lots of brands are putting a focus on how their brands are being represented and managing sort of the brand's image. So we've done a lot of work on that, as well as kind of PA and EA positions to senior directors with some of our clients is something we've seen an increase in, and I've worked on quite a few of those roles the past couple of months. And then in terms of sectors that we're seeing, the movement's mainly been across obviously online retail platforms. We've done a lot of work across beauty and the cosmetics industry. Homeware has actually been massive with the roles that we've worked on. I think people, you know yourself, you're stuck indoors and you're sitting in your house and you're thinking, do you know what, I could really do with kind of jazzing that up a bit. Or
yeah, lots of our candidates have done that.
yeah, like giving things, you know, a bit of a shuffle around, a bit of a home move, wanting to get some new accessories or new bits of furniture. So homeware's actually been great. As well as children's wear. I mean, you know, mums and dads might be tightening their purse strings on kind of what they're spending money on, but they're always going to need to dress their children, and so children's wear kind of has continued to be fine, which is great. And obviously lifestyle brands as well. We've had quite a few vacancies on the last couple of months on the head office side. I'm also working a lot in Germany across head office and retail. We've got some roles on with sort of at HR manager level, again HR, a lot on the wholesale sales side of things as well, which is really interesting. So I'm becoming a bit of a German expert, practicing my Guten Tags when I'm speaking to some candidates. So as you all know, Nick, at TRP we do quite a lot of recruitment across Europe and internationally. So it's actually been so interesting to hear about everything that's going on in different countries. You know, we hear constant statistics about what's going on in the UK, but to actually hear about people who are living and working in these different countries has actually been really interesting. So yeah, lots going on across Europe, which is good.
Great. Well, it's really good to hear that companies are still recruiting. But can you tell us a bit more about what's been happening in the retail sector and the sort of changes you've seen going on there?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's going to be no surprise to anyone that, you know, retail has been hit really hard by the situation, and going forward I'm really going to try not to mention the dreaded C word, because yeah, I think we've all had enough of it. But
yeah, absolutely, I think that's a good idea. I think everyone's had enough of that word.
Yep, completely. But you know, there's been lots of redundancies and really sad stories of beloved household names that are struggling and have had to close, you know, some of their doors. But retail has been changing for years in terms of people shopping online, and therefore, you know, focus on a more specialised service in stores with emphasis on experience. It's also kind of nothing new. So now more than ever, I think retail staff, you know, they're needing to stand out and go above and beyond for customers in stores. This affects everyone from sort of senior retail managers all the way down to sales assistants. You know?
Yeah, so what do you mean? What more could retailers or should they be doing?
Well, I'm old-fashioned, and I know you're younger than me, Nicole, but I know you're old-fashioned too, and you love to get into the shops.
I do. You always find me in Brent Cross or Westfield or...
Queues or no queues, we'll be in the shops. And I know the rest of my sort of friends and family, during lockdown, we were all waiting in front of our TVs to hear Boris announce that the shops were going to be opening, and I know that I was straight back out there. Especially within, premium and luxury, people are still going to want to shop. So this is the area that I specialise in, so it has continued. But what we need to see retailers doing is going that extra mile in terms of service, especially also if you think about people having to now wear masks in stores. Now, they're not the most comfortable things in the world, but people aren't going to want to spend hours and hours in a shop or in a shopping centre or walking around Selfridges, perhaps. So if they're wanting to be sort of in and out a little bit quicker, sales associates need to be approaching, but obviously, at a distance, but acting as real sort of personal shoppers and true advisors rather than assistants. So that comes down to, when you're recruiting retail staff, they really need to be putting emphasis on hiring people who can go that extra mile.
Yeah, sure, absolutely, that makes sense. But what about the staff that sort of aren't used to working in that way?
Well, that kind of just comes down to senior management. They've got to take responsibility in training their staff, giving them the tools and the understanding of what has to be done. This is the new now, as we keep saying, and things just have to adapt and change.
Yeah, that's very true. So what else are you seeing your clients offering?
Well, a lot of our clients are focusing on the styling side of things. CRM has always been important, of course, but they've been able to kind of really utilise sort of their CRM systems at this time, and inviting customers in at specific time slots so they can really give a proper one-to-one service. And often people, when they've got an advisor that is kind of working with them more personally, they end up spending more money, which is great, obviously, for the shops. So some have also been doing more sort of at-home styling, getting their consultants to go to their customers' homes and bring products for them to try. Obviously, not all retailers can do this, but some are.
Yeah, that's really great if that effect can have an increase on sales as well. So at TRP, as industry experts, what are you trying to do to support your industry?
Well, we're always here for our clients, and at TRP Recruitment, we're committed to finding our clients the right people, and the right people will always have a positive effect on a business. But we're also really excited that we've just started partnering with the Retail Trust charity. So what we're doing is donating a percentage of our recruitment fees to help those in the industry that have been affected by the crisis, which is really lovely that we've been able to do that. So yeah, that's great.
Wow, that's really impressive that you're able to support a charity so close to your industry. Yeah. And despite the number of redundancies that have happened, that TRP is still able to continue to supply great staff to those that are still recruiting.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it isn't all doom and gloom, and I'm not saying that by any means things are back to normal, but companies will always need the right people. And yeah, here at TRP, we have been able to continue to supply that. So it's had to change for sure across head office and across retail, and there has been casualties, but we have been busy the last couple of months, and continuing to support our clients. So yeah, we're hoping to carry on that way.
Great, well, keep up the hard work. And lovely chatting, Georgia. So thanks for your time.
To chat to you, lovely to see you. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, bye.